Is the new law idirnáisiúnta na man, agus an lá speisialta seo, tá seans agin muicas a dhíru gúthláin, iontas, gas, agus vishnach na man in éireann, agus fud na crinne I gnílacha speisialta COVID-19. I am pleased to have this opportunity to mark again a date on the global calendar that I consider one of the most important dates, International Women's Day. In previous years, Sabina and I have had the pleasure of celebrating this day by welcoming to Ors and Uachtaráin some of the women who may have been breaking new ground, have contributed to the pursuit of a better and fairer world for their own and new generations of women yet to be born. It is a day where it is appropriate, after all, to take stock of what has been achieved, the ongoing and new challenges, too, that face us. When the contribution of women is not present in any aspect of society, society is lessened, and we all lose. Today, in the special circumstances of the pandemic, I have invited some remarkable women to combine and unite their voices in song, poetry, reflection and thought under the heading of Araig le Mishnach agus le Céile, going forward with courage together, our mission statement for this special year. What we have achieved in terms of equality has not fallen from the sky. It has required courage in several generations, and that is still the challenge. Making a difference is, of course, never easy. It takes immense courage to stand out, to refuse to accept cultural or behavioural dimensions of thinking, and to stand up to and work to put an end to authoritarian and paternalistic controls that others may have been conditioned to accept as normal. We are so indebted, then, to all those who not only fight on behalf of those who are marginalised or oppressed, but who join in the fight with them, walking alongside them on a shared journey towards parity and equal opportunity. Today forms an important part of two of my presidential initiatives, Participation and Transformation, agus Saolaíocht agus an Náisiún, Imagination and the Nation. Both of these two projects are aimed at giving recognition to the vital importance of allowing, facilitating the fullest participation by all in contemporary Irish life, and through such participation, being part of the crafting of a better, shared future. Today, International Women's Day, is a most appropriate day for recalling and reaffirming our responsibility to, as global citizens. Goal number 5 of the Sustainable Development Goals calls on all its signatories to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. While COVID-19 has brought unprecedented challenges to citizens around the world, we know that in its incidence and responding to it, it is women who are carrying the greater share of its economic and social consequences. In countries across the globe, women are carrying that heavy burden, so often without recognition or rights, not only in care and healthcare, but also in many of the industries, including hospitality, retail and food service, which are suffering most under COVID-19. 6 years ago, in February 2015, I accepted the invitation of the then United Nations Under-Secretary General and Executive Director of United Nations Women to become a champion of the He for She campaign. In taking up this role, I committed to using the influence of my office to convey the simple but important message that men must walk in solidarity with women and girls around the world if women's rights are to be fully achieved. On this International Women's Day, as we pay tribute to the extraordinary and the everyday contribution, vitality and courage of Irish women, I call on all of our people to accept responsibility for the vital role of men in recognising a world founded on mutual respect, support and equality between genders. We must all work together in conditions of full equality and unequivocal mutual respect. So, drawing on the spirit and bravery of so many inspiring women, Let us resolve to come together with renewed commitment and in solidarity with all women across the world as we embark on a shared voyage that is driven by the compassion and empathy necessary to steer us towards a better future and a fairer and more equal world. Ar glyn le mishnach agus le chéile, Berbanacht.
Hi everyone. International Women's Day is important for Minker Traveller women because it's a day for our voices to be heard. It is a day of celebration, it is a day for commemoration, it is a day of resilience and resistance. It is a day where we remember what has been achieved by women before us. It is a day to honour the wisdom of our mothers, our grandmothers, our aunts, and all the women who managed to keep our culture and identity intact through the centuries of oppression and marginalisation. It is a day where we commit to continue working towards an equal and equitable society for all women in Ireland. Happy International Women's Day.
One of the most popular girls' names in Ireland 2021 is Fia. It's a great Irish name and it means wild or untamed. Now, I don't actually personally know any girls called Fia, but I read that in the Irish Times, so it must be true. And I love that there's this mini army of baby and toddler Fias coming up behind us, peering through the bars of their cots all over this island, born to be wild, named to be untamed. Now, being wild and untamed means many things. There's a lot of fun to be had in wildness, but it also means being courageous and speaking up when many others wish you would shut up. The wild and untamed women of Ireland have been speaking up for decades, from Hannah Sheehy-Skeffington to Sinead O'Connor, from Christine Buckley to Lavinia Kerwick, from Eileen Flynn to Denise Chyla, from Dr. Lydia Foy to Alva Smith, from Mary Rafferty to Vicky Phelan. And lately I've been in awe and admiration of another army of wild women raising their voices about mother and baby homes, adoption rights and abuses by church and state. Catherine Corliss, Noel Brown, Rosemary Addisor, Claire McGettrick, Maeve O'Rourke, Mairead Enright, Catherine Connolly, Carmel Cantwell, Katrina Palmer, Mary Steed, Susan Lohan, Maggie Ling, Clodagh Finn, Annette McKay, Catherine Coffey O'Brien, Siobhan Kilroy. Today, let's celebrate every single woman and girl who, by speaking up, reminds us to stand up for the tamed and the shamed, whether trapped in institutions of the past or trapped today in poverty, abuse, or direct provision. Mishnach, that is another great Irish name, and it's the name that the President and Sabina chose for their new puppy. It means courage. So let's all have Mishnach. Let's all be Fia.
Girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have, that's all they really want. Some fun. When the working day is done, oh, girls just wanna have fun.
Happy International Women's Day.
I am very happy to respond to our President's kind invitation to contribute a few words on the transformative role of women's involvement in music and the arts as we celebrate International Women's Day throughout the world virtually. The arts is a necessary channel for women to express our experiences and for the world to take note. Music and the arts act as conduits for creativity and imagination in expressing the real-life challenges faced by women all over the world. In order for us as a society to move towards gender equality, society must encourage women in participation in the arts. This gives them the confidence to tell their stories in a new language. To hear the experiences of all women, including women of colour, traveller women, women of different sexual orientations, women of different ethnicity, women of different faiths, and different social class. Gender equality is vital for humanity to go forward in harmony into the future, to make a society that is cohesive, non-violent, and enables all to develop their potential to the full. This vision for International Women's Day has been truly lived out in the life of our own President, Michael D. Higgins, and sincerely expressed in the inaugural speech of his current presidency, and fully endorsed by his dear wife, Sabina, in solidarity with all women, not only in Ireland, but throughout the whole world.
You don't need to change yourself to be somebody else that you're not. You are absolutely enough the way you are.
I get it, I understand. It's hard to get up in the morning time. This 9 to 5, you know, ain't your life. Feeding someone's dreams with just on the side. I get it, I understand it. Weight on your shoulder got you on your knees. Air's getting thinner and it's hard to breathe. It's no surprise that you lasted this long, all because you are enough. You are enough. Love yourself more. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Love yourself more.
This is a prayer by Carol Ann Duffy, a wonderful poet, for all the babies who will be born today. It's called Prayer. Some days, although we cannot pray, a prayer utters itself. So, a woman will lift her head from the sieve of her hands and stare at the minims sung by a tree, a sudden gift. Some nights, although we are faithless, the truth enters our hearts, that small familiar pain. Then a man will stand stock still, hearing his youth in the distant Latin chanting of a train. Pray for us now. Grade 1 piano scales console the lodger looking out across a Midlands town. Then dusk, and someone calls a child's name as though they named their loss. Darkness outside, inside the radio's prayer. Rockall, Malin, Dogger, Finisterre.
We celebrate International Women's Day at an important moment in time. Women's voices resounded over the last few months, and as Ireland took a step back, I think through the lens of time, we've heard the strong and articulate voices of women like Noelle Brown, other survivors of the mother and baby homes, speaking with such power and such courage, and this time their voices would not be silenced. And I also think of the quiet dignity of women like Lindsay Bennett, like Vicky Phelan, given so much of herself, so much of her life in order to help women all over Ireland have a better future. I'm reminded of the phenomenal women in the arts, Denise Chila, Emma Dabry, Erica Cody, this strong army that are showing leadership in the areas of challenging racism. They're showing us the way. They are our warrior women. Sometimes I hear women in public life, like Catherine Connolly, only recently, speaking with such determination, such eloquence. I feel such pride that we have these women voices in Ireland. I don't know how Ireland, which has treated its women and children so atrociously in the past, has given birth to such an army of strong and incredible women, but I'm so glad that it has. Here's to warrior women everywhere, wherever you are, on the front line, in the back rooms, hidden and not so hidden. May you survive and thrive in 2021, and happy International Women's Day.
Ismisha Onyini Trail. My name's Onya Turrell, and Guramila Mahagith to President Higgins and Sabine for inviting me to be part of your virtual International Women's Day event. I'd like to start by acknowledging the country I'm on. I'm here on Bundjalung country, San Austral, and pay my respects to the ancestors, past, present and emerging, that allow me to be here singing to you. And a big shout out to my own ancestors and family back home. And I look forward to when all this is lifted and I'll be able to celebrate the mighty Mano of Ireland together. I was really touched by President Higgins' description of Irish women with vision, creativity and power and courage. I'm very proud to be an Irish woman and representing us abroad. And I think this year has been a brilliant year for Irish women, demanding equality and speaking up about some truths that have been long waited to be spoken about. And I really respect the theme of moving forward together with courage. That's how we're going to make change, and I do hope to be home and a part of that together. I've tweaked one of my own songs for you today, and I'd like to start it off with a Bundjalung elder here, Uncle Magpie.
We're living in a new time. We're living in the grandmother time, the grandmother dreaming. There's a changeover from the grandfather time to the grandmother times. There's a female energy all around the planet, and it just means most females will be empowered.
Oh, brother, our good men, they are dying. How do we stop their own hands when the minds are lying? And our sons, they run to war. How do we teach them other heroes that have been before? And dear sisters or women, they are weary. A mountain holds a river, but a rock shows no mercy. And our daughters, they live crying, naked on the river's edge, tired from trying. And be not afraid to dance a surrender. And be not afraid, do it in your way. Sisters, we were born to do this. Mariana, we were born to do this. Oh, stupid automaton, we've always done this. Oh, mothers, you have always done this. Well, from a mother to you will return. Our gentlemen are chasing on her, ready to run, but stuck as bystanders. And their wounds, they still bleed. Oh, how do we close them when there's still time left to heal? And our gentle women are kissing regret. Oh, drowning in deep water when there's land there to be built. And they are falling from grace. Oh, how do we hold them steady, standing at the cliff's face? And be not afraid to dance a surrender. And be not afraid, do it in your way. Sisters, we were born to do this. Mariana, how we were born to do this. So stupid, I'm a Tom, we have always done this. Yeah. Mothers, you have always done this. Where you came from a mother to her, you will return. It's always been the pulse of all that's born.
Cocoonery. There is no room for keeping up or down a grudge in these virus-packed days. Let it go, Minnie, let it go. It's clear that fear will make spies out of all of us. Get in, Minnie, get in. A coffee and a bun today will end up a funeral for one tomorrow. Don't risk it, Minnie, be afraid. If your lungs fill with virus, it will turn to concrete, and breathe easy you will not. You might be as fit as a falling fork, but stick to the rules, Minnie, get in. Resentments melt, grudges fall apart. There is only room for looking differently at every single thing. Now is the new normal, Minnie, latch onto it. Isolate in our new police state. Be one, not two. Be three, and the drones will see you out walking your dog. When you are stopped, be ready with your answers. Don't make jokes. This is no laughing matter. Daily announcements, grim and grimmer. Learn new words, fomite, social distancing, cocooning. Absolutely no mooning on Prospect Hill or Gintchen Hill. Ignore run-along words like stock buybacks, alligators and ventilators. Wear a face mask if you can. Take only every second breath. Stay at home. Wash your hands. Get intimate with your garden. If you get symptoms, start praying. This is coronavirus and we will beat it indoors, or it will beat you outdoors. Leave resentments and old grudges at the gate. They no longer carry weight. Back away from that tunnel of fudge, Minnie. The stark warnings seek to terrify. They win. Now is the new normal, Minnie. Get in, get in.
Queen of Art O'Leary, Evelyn Goo ní Channel. Má grág a dangan tú, Lód a wacahú, e can chi an wargi. Hug ma húl ar a gutch, hug ma chrí tan of ditch, Daily's carrot lad, I wad o wali lad. Is dumpsin ar vacra, Quirish porlos o yalagum, Rúrna o mracugum, Bocos o yargagum, Briki o gapugum, Roaster varugum, March o lagugum, Colla I glúv lahanum, Gujian tatata, no harish da datnilum. Macharagad angantu, is quivin la magna, on law bra ari ood, gur bra hi a altagwich, fwy wanda o'r tharingcha. Cleave kinagid, love yas chalma, ramsal wagarach, fear cri agla nawd calga. Twy gor hun falaracht, is ach chwil cannon food. Julegy sassana shiska talav ditch. Is ni a wat je laat, a la heen karp agla. Ke galo a chalio tu a warnin manama. Machara huga dangan, is near credges reeved at warad, Gorhanig hugum de chapel, is a shreen te lehi talav, is fwyl de chri a lac and sheer go chilich granta, maramiho id see is it hasif. Hugus lame go tarshi, and dara lame go gata, and trio lamer the chapel. The woolus gloom o wassa is the one is as the rai, o mahis vishe agam. Wurus Rome too, Marav. Kush tarin ishil action, gan papa, gan aspig, gan clara, gan sagut, gan lefa hart on talib, a shan van kriene gasje, de lahart binda falling. De kuj fulle latin shrive, is near one is lehi glane, a he old sus lambassive. Machara who is matanav. Nurgawi shema on gata. Jillisharash katap. The focus the yeesh lanav. The focus misha barabasha. Durish Evelyn Irie it hassav. Because kur the gno and tashka galumna is katape. Tom shake fogol unwalia is ni moja kujoga gasfen. Near creanist dad kanch mago. Marvia harolam gominicana. Machara hu gadanken. Is nur hyuk fi hug in wala. Grohur biag un canna. Is far lira and lanav. Fi free ding cod happy. Corogus fein an hour. No so do we warg. Corogus ikil Martha. Gleefy she der an hour is ni by she akul a fraggart. McGraw who godanken. Is Irie hoose it hasif. Is Tarlum fein walla. Go griffin march your laga. Go leafem ar horsher harshing. Gmayog in kyo los frago. go gore ditch sa labba, we warlon I gala, we quilchin a bra a braca, a one fi acid alish, in it an oakta a glakish.
I want to say thank you to all the Manana Heron for the contribution and fighting and encouragement and creativity, and to all the fish and coacs of all the Manana Heron. And I love to celebrate International Women's Day, and especially for the women of Ireland.